A trading journal for Forex, crypto, stocks, funds, and other financial markets. Wherever you open trades as a trader, you need to keep track. In this video, I'll explain how, featuring the most advanced and comprehensive Notion Trading Journal Guide for 2025, fully updated with all the latest features and improvements. This video answers all your questions. If you have any, feel free to ask in the comments. I'll be happy to reply. You probably already understand why you need a journal, but briefly, to keep track of your trades, to monitor your strategies, to stay calm and stop repeating the same mistakes, and of course, to maintain a database of your trading setups, building your experience. I've combined all this into one system, but let's start with the most important part. All trades are stored in a single database with multiple views for convenience. In the table view, only a few cells need to be filled. The rest is calculated automatically, depending on the market, position type, and other factors. The dashboard shows overall performance, win rate, and total profit or loss. The gallery view is perfect for reviewing each trade. A screenshot from TradingView can be attached to every trade along with entry and exit details. This is especially useful when testing a new strategy or approaching every trade with maximum precision. The calendar view is great for seeing when a trade was placed and how long it lasted. You can adjust the duration or set reminders, for example, to close a position at a certain time. Grouping by month is essentially the same table view, just organized by month. It's a simple touch, but very convenient. The bidirection grouping is mainly for convenience, making it easier to analyze trades in the table view. This setup was created for personal use, but the table can be grouped by any field and filtered in any way that's most useful. For example, the buy confirmation grouping is also there for convenience. It helps identify which setups generated the most profit and what can be improved in the trading strategy. As for the charts, they update in real time. For example, I'll change the entry price now, and as you can see, the chart instantly reacts. I've added a set of detailed charts to make analysis easier. Daily P&L shows trading results day by day. Account split tracks the growth of each trading account, whether it's crypto or broker. The equity curve reflects the overall change in total capital, while cumulative percent helps me follow results in percentage terms. P&L summary is similar, but with a clean breakdown by accounts, and by clicking on any account, you can instantly see the trades behind it. Monthly returns gives a simple month-by-month performance view. Setup stats show how each confirmation or setup performed over time. Win-loss ratio is just a quick filter for winners and losers. Not essential, but nice to have visualized. And finally, session stats let me filter trades by trading sessions, so I can see which sessions bring in the most profit, something you could also do directly in the table view with the right filter. And speaking of flexibility, I often get asked how to set up the table and how to use the fields when recording trades. The truth is, it's as simple as it gets. You can move columns around, rename them, and keep only the ones you actually need. For example, you can sort trades by date in any way you like, or filter the table by any field, maybe just the winning trades, or just the losing ones. The point is, out of everything inside Trader Second Brain, you should use only what truly works for you. Let's add a trade. First, type in the name of the trading pair, or the stock. Doesn't matter what market you trade. Just enter it the way it's convenient for you. Then, attach a screenshot from TradingView. I usually just copy the image and paste it directly into Notion. You can also tick the relevant checkboxes, and later I'll show you how to customize the default page template for trades. Next, fill in the trade details. Contract size and exchange rate, only for specific cases like futures or cross-currency trades. Details are in the template guide. I won't go too deep into specifics here, but I'll select the confirmation, and later I'll walk you through how to use and expand the setup database. If you want, you can also upload an image here. And I always write a short note, just as a reminder of what the trade was about. You can even add your emotions or anything else that helps capture the context of the decision. As you can see, the rest of the fields are calculated automatically. As promised, here's how to set default settings for a trade. There's a second pre-made template here, which you can set as the default for new trades. Now let's create one from scratch. Click the arrow, add a new template, and set up all the fields you want to be filled in automatically. Mark it as the default, add a new trade, and as you can see, everything you specified is already filled in. Now, let's go over the knowledge base, specifically your setups, or confirmations. Each setup can be filled with your own notes and screenshots, grouped by strategy, split into categories, and automatically tracked for profitability and win rate. Here we have two databases, one for general concepts and another for specific confirmations. In my case, I've collected the setups and strategies I actually trade or plan to test, including those used by top traders. I've stopped watching educational videos just because. Instead, I add everything worth keeping into this single database. You can see profitability right here. I've grouped mine by strategy, but there are plenty of customization options and filters, so you can adjust it to your own workflow. Here's the table view, with all fields visible. And of course, you can filter it just like I showed earlier. This database is detailed, including smart money concepts, price action, and technical analysis, the best and most relevant setups today. All right, let's go back, and I'll show you the full trading journal page and a few other details. We've already covered the charts and tables, and just below them, there's an information section explaining how to use each field and which ones are relevant for different markets. Next is the Forex cross rates table. If you don't trade Forex, you can simply delete it. Below that is a checklist, useful if you're not using a separate one for each trade, and a list of calculator tools in case you prefer not to do all the calculations in TradingView. Trading Notes is a space for any ideas, notes, or thoughts on trading. You can also store your setups here if you prefer. The last block on this page is Accounts. Here you can add all your accounts, sort them by market, set goals, and track your progress. There's also an automatic calculation of your profit and the amount needed to hit your target. This is especially convenient for prop accounts, but everything here can be adjusted in just a couple of clicks. Let's move on to the dashboard and see how you can customize it to have all the essentials in one place. Right now, this page isn't just about trading. It also includes everything related to self-discipline, habits, and personal interests. For example, here's the habit tracker. It helps me stay on track with my routines and make sure I'm sticking to the habits I've committed to. On the right, there's a collection of books I'm currently reading or planning to read as part of my personal development. But every trader has their own workflow. Some prefer to only see charts and trade stats, while others combine everything into one ecosystem, including personal goals, tasks, and growth tracking. So let me show you how flexible the dashboard can be, and how you can customize it to match your own style. Let's start with the most important part. I'm going to move the chart to the very top, so it's always visible as soon as I open the system. Right next to it, I'll place the P&L summary. This way, my profits and losses are always in sight, and I can assess my performance much faster. Now let's make the trades table full width. This allows more data to fit on a single line and makes it easier to work with. I'll also move my trading accounts closer to this table so that everything related to my trades is grouped together in one logical block. If there's something I'm not planning to use right now, for example a feature that isn't relevant to my strategy, I simply delete that block. The workspace instantly becomes cleaner and easier to navigate. As for the quick actions buttons, I personally prefer them arranged horizontally, so they're right at eye level and don't take up as much vertical space. That way I can trigger the most common actions faster. I also want to move the most important elements to the top, the ones I use several times a day. And I'm going to add a couple of widgets and tables from other pages as well. In Notion, that's simple. Just copy the block and paste it directly into your dashboard. Let's remove the books block and stretch this widget all the way down. Now I'll add the market hours widget, right here on the main page. Let's align it so it looks a bit cleaner. And for now, I'll remove the news block. I don't really need it here. At this point, it makes sense to move the quick actions right above the trades table, so I can instantly add new entries without scrolling. From the Tools page, let's copy one last widget, the Market Overview. Just copy the link, and paste it right here on the main dashboard. And here we go. This is the page we've built. The last thing I want to add to this page and show you as part of the dashboard is the knowledge base. We can copy any view of the database we want to display. For example, all setups or just price action. So copy the link to the table view you'd like to use and paste it right into the dashboard. Now in the layout settings, I can tweak the display, add or remove the card preview, change the size of the cards, whatever looks best. For filtering, I'll select only the setups that I've actually used at least once. That way, the dashboard shows only the strategies I really want to track. Next, I want to quickly show you the pages you haven't seen yet and explain how they work. The first one is Notebook, a simple space for notes, ideas, and research. Drop in screenshots, links, or quick thoughts while studying the market, and later turn them into organized setups in your knowledge base. Then there's Resources, my library of guides, articles, videos, and templates. Whenever I find something useful, I save it here. So when I'm reviewing setups or planning trades, everything is in one place. Easy to find, easy to use. Next is Goals. Here, I set what I want to achieve, with deadlines and ongoing projects. It gives me a clear snapshot of both priorities and the bigger picture. From there, I move to Tasks, where goals become action. Each objective breaks down into steps with notes and due dates. It works like a mix of calendar and checklist. Then comes the Habit Tracker. It's about consistency, the small daily actions that add up to real progress. Track streaks, mark habits, and build discipline. Whether it's journaling trades, checking charts, or even non-trading routines like workouts, it ties your everyday actions back to the bigger goals. The book tracker is simple but powerful. It keeps a record of what I'm reading with notes and highlights. So books don't just get finished and forgotten, they feed back into the system and turn into long-term insights. There's also a FAQ page, quick answers to common questions so you don't waste time searching. And finally, the GPT Desk, a toolbox of ready-to-use prompts for GPT, shortcuts for research and analysis. Instead of rethinking the phrasing every time, you just grab a prompt and get results fast. First, we connect GPT to Notion. Open the page you need and it gets scanned automatically. Then just paste your prompt and wait for the AI to respond. Here's the result, a full analysis of the page. This alone can save hours of manual work. Now let's take it further. Imagine you want GPT to analyze a screenshot from TradingView, your chart, your setup. Upload the image, ask the AI to review it, and again, after a short wait, you get a full breakdown of the trade idea, structure, entry, risk levels. And one quick note, if your GPT app doesn't have the option to connect with Notion, just go into the settings and enable Work with Apps. Trader's Second Brain also works in dark mode. If you prefer it, just switch to the dark theme in your Notion settings and the whole workspace adapts instantly. The last thing I want to show you in this video is how to install the template after purchase. First, log in or create a Notion account. You can also download the app if you don't have one yet. Then open the link to the TSB template we send you by email. You'll land on a page where you can choose between the light or dark version. Once you pick, the template opens, but in view-only mode. To start using it, just click Duplicate at the top right. Wait a few seconds, and that's it. The full template is now in your workspace, ready with every feature I've shown you. So that's the complete tour of Trader's Second Brain, a system designed to keep your notes, goals, tasks, habits, and research all in one place, structured, connected, and easy to use. If this video was helpful, hit like and subscribe. That way you won't miss the next tutorials and deep dives. And if you have questions about the template, drop them in the comments. I'll make sure to go through and answer.